and welcome to another episode of Kill James Bond.
That was pretty good.
Hello.
How
I thought we did a good job
doing?
of that. We should just do that for the Q&As. It should just be us singing it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a bonus episode. It's a Q&A. This is my favorite part of doing this podcast, and I have a lot of parts of doing this podcast that I really enjoy, but I really like hearing from the listeners, and
It's just nice to know there's someone out there, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's nice.
you know,
But you're listening to these. Good.
Wait a second. People have been listening to the things I've been. Oh my god!
We've just been putting these on a website.
Career implications. Jesus Christ!
What career implications?
Well, I mean, you know, never going to get that clearance now, am I?
Yeah.
That's such a shame. Yeah,
It's difficult. And in truth, you know, by doing the podcast about James Bond, I've cheated myself out of the possibility of being James Bond. You know?
well, we all had to kill the James
I
Bond
don't
in
know
our
if
hearts.
I have. Not just yet.
No.
We'll see.
Well, it's not just...
We'll see what casting directors come calling after
It's
June.
not just a random Q&A episode that we're doing right here. We've actually been doing this podcast, you two and I, for 5 years.
Oh my god!
Our
How
first
crazy is
episode
that?
was in February
Where did the
of 2021.
time go?
Early February too, actually. It's
Wow.
been 5 years and about
Wow.
2 months, maybe.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's
It
incredible.
was like a month after my public coming out, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
We were actually waiting for that to start the podcast. We were
Yeah.
all like,
Yeah.
Can this bitch hurry up already
No.
so we can
No.
start talking about James Bond?
I want to talk
James
about
Bond,
James Bond.
yeah.
Could you please just come out? No, it's been 5 fucking years. I can't believe it has gotten. I mean, well, you know what? Maybe I can believe it's gotten this far. I guess I'm surprised that anyone still wants to work with me.
Because of your
you know,
sort of
obviously
like
how I'm
strident political views.
Nearly impossible to work with.
Having worked with you, I'm not surprised. But it's been 5 years. We're all looking suspiciously younger than
That's
we were when
right.
we
Yeah,
started.
we all look.
None
we've all
of us can move our foreheads.
facelifts.
Yeah.
mhm. Which Biden you're rocking with, original or clone? You know, we're firmly in this sort of like Clone Wars era.
I'm Clone Biden. My ears do not attach anymore. People have noticed. People are going, what's going on with
Earth
that?
Rider, thanks for
Thank
the
you.
James Bond.
Ooh, Earth Rider. Whenever we have a milestone like this, we do like to do something a little parasocial, whether it's this or the James Bonds with no notes. But I think that a Q&A was more appropriate this time, and not just because
Absolutely.
the upcoming no notes would be Live and Let Die. And I'm actually not 100%
I'm not looking
sure
forward to that one.
how to
I'm
how to
not
handle
looking
that.
forward to that one.
So I thought we'd start us out with the traditional icebreaker we've done on the last 2, and I think it's nice to just get us talking. What have we been watching? What have we been listening? What have we been reading since our last Q&A, which would have been December?
Ooh, okay. Do we want to go person to person, or do we want to go by field? Like, do we want to do what have we been watching each, and then what have we been listening to, and then what have we been reading?
Let's do that. That's nice.
Okay, sure.
What have we been
Okay.
watching? What have you been watching, Nova?
Ooh, that's a great question. Let me just pull up my letterboxd here so I can fucking remember. I've
Yeah,
seen a lot
I
of
don't
really
know.
good movies recently, of which I think my favorite has been I saw The Tragedy of Macbeth, the Apple TV one, which is Ethan Coen. I want to say no, Joel Coen. I don't remember which of the Coen
okay.
brothers, but like with Denzel Washington. And
That's really good.
yeah, it was incredible. Like it was such a debt to like German expressionist film. And my Letterboxd review of it here is 5 stars. Like, and the phrase "shapes are so cool" because it really does enjoy some
Hell yeah.
shapes and some shadows and some use of
It's a good
light
one.
and shadows. It's tremendously effective. Speaking of Germanness and the German condition, I saw The Marriage of Maria Brown, which is a real sort of like daughter of the half century, how West Germany sort of like climbed out of the ruins and made itself like this sort of capitalist hellscape girl boss situation, and that was really good as well.
Nice.
I think the most fun I've had with a movie recently since the last one was The Good, the Bad, the Weird, which is it's a kimchi western, right? It's a sort of
Fuck, I've heard this.
Korean-
I've had this recommended to me before, but I've never gotten around to it. How is it?
yeah. It's fantastic. It's like a Korean sort of like set in 30s Manchuria take on The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And
Cool.
it's just great fun.
Oh, fuck yeah.
If I'm sticking with the highbrow stuff as well, I saw Inherent Vice as well, which was just magical. I think maybe my favorite PTA. I'm not sure. And again, just sort of has like high watermarks of the sort of hippie movement, but like it was great stuff. I'm excited to watch soon. I'm really excited to watch The Secret Agent, and I'm really excited to watch.
I gotta get to that. Yeah.
La Gracia, the Paolo Sorrentino movie, which I'm
is that the one with Ian McKellen?
I don't believe so. It's let me check, because it's with the same guy he always uses.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting confused. Tony Sevilla.
Mercedes.
Yeah, Tony Mercedes.
Tony Mercedes.
Tony Shellhoop.
Yeah. So La Gracia is like very firmly on my list. But that's me. That's what I've been watching lately.
Well, I have just finished 5 weeks of being in a play 8 times a week, listeners.
Yes.
So I have not watched a movie for fun in like several months. I simply have not had any fucking time. So we just finished the run of Blink. So the answer to what have I been watching lately is like nothing. However, I have been playing on my TV a lot of The Outer Worlds 2, which I know that Nova, you kind of bounced off of, and I nearly bounced off of, but I'm finding that it is actually ramping up quite a lot in the kind of after you get off the first planet.
Okay.
So I'm actually really enjoying that. I'm putting a lot of hours into that at the moment and being quite compelled by it. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Being a gamer girl.
I remembered another movie. Sorry, very quickly.
Go for it.
I saw La Chimera with Josh O'Connor. Beautiful, dreamy, just an incredible film. Just watch it. Go in blind.
Gorgeous.
Don't read anything about it. Just watch it.
Oh yeah.
I've not been watching much either. We've been watching TV. Okay, so I've been watching Bones.
That's an honorable thing to do. Yeah. Well, that isn't.
And because of Bones, I've seen David Boreanaz, and my beautiful partner Rebecca was like, "Oh, I watched Buffy when it was first airing," and I know David Boreanaz plays Angel in that, so I watched all of Buffy. Had a great time with Buffy. Totally on board. I now understand exactly why the pink opaque looks like it does. I saw on TV Glow. That's Buffy, baby. And unfortunately, I've now been watching the spin-off from Buffy, Angel, which is different, not better, different. Just different, sort of a Torchwood to Buffy's Doctor Who. But in terms of movies, I've actually only watched one good one for pleasure recently, which is I saw Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love, which is one of the best movies I've ever seen about something.
Yeah, I saw Chunking Express for the first time fairly recently. It's
that's on my list. It's just we're designating days to watch movies in a foreign language, because obviously we can't be doing anything else. We need to be staring
real yearners, like
real yearners, baby.
The La Chimera also very much like that. Also, I think we did the last Q&A before I watched Black Coal Thin Ice, which I have been raving about that film. I think it's the best film I saw last year, because I saw it in December. Its Chinese title is Daylight Fireworks Club, which is a better title. And it is... I'm going to talk about it on Be Gay Solve Crimes, because it's a detective movie, but I think it's one of the best like film noir I've ever seen. It's fantastic.
Meaning to watch more.
I have been doing some good reading lately, though.
Oh yeah, talk to me. You know what? You first. Sorry.
I read Aoife Joyce Clemens' novel Persona. Which I really fucking enjoyed. Listeners, you know me, I love some trans horror. I love my Alison Rumford's and my Gretchen Falcomans. Aoife's novel is like kind of like those, but like definitely a little bit more creepy. It's about a trans woman who's a lonely shut-in who discovers that a woman living in the tower block completely opposite her appears to be her exact doppelganger. And kind of, it's really effective the way it runs down the list of possible explanations and just crosses them off like, okay, is it a long lost twin? No, it can't be because of this. Is it a hallucination? No, it can't be a hallucination because of this. Is it some kind of like time travel shenanigans? No, it can't be. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Sick. And it just gets creepier and creepier and creepier. It's really, it's really, really effective. It's good. And I got a copy of it because I met Aoife when we were on the set of Castration Movie 3, which I'm also allowed to say that I'm in.
Yes.
And she gave me a free copy of a novel, so that's cool. And then the other thing I read is just last night, actually, I read volume 1 of a comic series called The Lumberjanes, which is like an Eisner-winning,
I've read this.
New York Times best-selling comic. It's really, really good. It's The art style reminded me a lot of our good friend and all three hosts of the podcast, Matthew Lipchansky, actually.
Yeah.
It's about five girls who go to like a supernatural summer camp for like it's like scouts or brownies or rainbows basically, and it's also gay. It's gay as fuck, and I really like it. Yeah.
I finally found my list of movies I've watched since our last Q&A. So I've watched Cosmopolis, which is fine. It's actually
is that the prequel to Metropolis?
No,
yeah, which is the prequel to Megalopolis.
It is indeed,
right.
Which I also saw. Megalopolis.
It's a David Cronenberg movie where Robert Pattinson is a billionaire just driving around in his car all day talking to people, and it sounds worse than it is. It's actually great. Paul Giamatti's in it. He's Paul Giamatti, hard as hell.
Cool.
I've watched Bring Her Back, which is this Australian horror film that is really good. There's one scene in particular, though, that fucks me up badly. He's like chewing on a knife. I watched Together, which is another horror movie about like love, which I adored. I watched, and here's some for you, bros. I watched The Conversation.
Yes,
Perfect fucking
with
movie.
The saxophone. Yeah.
Movies. And I watched Lawrence of Arabia. I finally sat down and watched for like long fucking Lawrence of Arabia on the biggest screen I could find. Perfect masterpiece. Weird guy, masterpiece.
Speaking of Gene Hackman, I saw The French Connection for the first time in years a couple of weeks ago. That's a great movie.
Check out movies, guys. In terms of reading, I've only read one book in between when we last spoke, and I've been reading it the whole fucking time. I'm about 100 pages from the end of The Brothers Karamazov. Like nearly fucking done.
Amazing.
Incredible book. I would recommend it to anyone. Two brothers. You have to look at three brothers.
The most tenuous connection, one of my favorite calligraphy inks that I use, is named after that novel.
Oh, nice. What color is the ink?
It's a nice mixture of like red with a kind of green shimmer overlay.
Okay,
it's nice. Really, really like strange looking. I love it.
Yeah. At time of recording, I'm halfway through the prosecutor's opening remarks on Dmitri.
Nice,
wonderful fucking book.
I also have not been reading as much as I should. This is partially because Riley will not finish reading Manchukuo 1987, so we can do Left on Red. Otherwise, we'll be doing more Left on Red. But I'm currently working on Julian Jackson's biography of Charles de Gaulle, A Certain Idea of France, because I had read France on Trial, which is his book about the trial of Marshal Pétain. I thought it was very, very good. This is sort of a very well-regarded biography. So I have that. I have some like Borges. I want to read Adam Mars Jones's Box Hill, which is the book that Pillion is based on.
Nice.
So that's been sitting on my shelf. And I have a lot of stuff that I want to read, and I have ADHD, so it's quite difficult to like sit down and just open a new book. They just kind of sit there taunting me.
That's reasonable.
But
I've been hoovering up Herzog documentaries as well. I watched Burden of Dreams just recently because I know we're doing Fitzcarraldo.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Burden of Dreams.
Yeah.
Perfect. I might actually insist that if you haven't seen that, we want you to watch that as well, so we can talk about Fitzcarraldo more.
Absolutely.
Comprehensively.
We can sort of fold it in so it's functionally like a double episode.
It's part of this. Yeah, it's like it makes it. Yeah. It's so worth it. Yeah. No, I haven't read anything else out. I haven't watched anything else. No, I think that's it for me. That's what I've been consuming since last time we spoke.
Hell yeah.
Anyone got anything left to say, or shall we?
I've been gaming a little bit. I've been heavily into, and this is sort
I can talk about gaming. Yeah.
I've sort of heavily informed Truck Season by getting heavily addicted to SnowRunner, the most frustrating game in the world, driving through like mud and ice at 5 miles an hour, and then the thing slowly flips over, and I think very strongly about harming things around me, and then I Alt F4, and then I reload the game, and then I fix all of it, and it takes me hours. I have a fantastic time.
Okay, this does look wonderful. PvE, truck simulator.
Yes, yeah, it's wonderful.
Rules.
If you want to have you can just lock in, put on a podcast. I've been listening to Tranquillismo, Victoria Scott's podcast with Jordan Hofstetter. And I learn about the cars, and I roll a truck sideways down a ditch, and I just get very, very angry, and that's
wonderful.
That's kind of how I decompress, basically.
I enjoyed texting you like 2 weeks after we got Victoria on the podcast, and then just going, Oh, the Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I've also been fucking around with a little like pixel art fishing game called Cast and Chill. So I'm really in like my sort of old age now, you know?
Whoa, hold on now. Listen, I know, you're only trying to listen to our beautiful 5-year anniversary parasocial extravaganza, where you really get to find out once and for all who we are as people, what our wants and needs are, and you could really easily put together a sort of a document for seducing any one of us from this episode. But if you want to hear it, you're gonna have to go on over to patreon.com/killjamesbond, all one word. Sign up today for as little as £5 a month. And that's really the only way you're going to get a hold of this information until we unlock this in a couple of months, probably.